So everyone thinks that you can move to Dallas and literally live in a freaking mansion for like $5. Today I want to show you that that's just not true. I have lived in Dallas literally like my whole life, so I feel like if anyone knows, it should be me, right? My lease actually ends in May at these apartments, which I actually really like, but because it ends in May and it is currently March, I think it's time for me to start apartment shopping, and that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go to 2 apartments that are below my budget, 2 apartments in my budget, and then 1 apartment that hopefully I can afford in the near future because it is so nice, and when you see it you will fall in love too. So let's go. Okay, so this is what you see when you first drive up. It honestly looks pretty cute from the front, but then once you go inside, you can see that the pool has not been cleaned in probably months, and just the maintenance is not that good. It does have black appliances, which is not my favorite, but the kitchen does come with everything that you need, but it does not have actual granite countertops. It's those cardboard kind. So this apartment does not come with a washer and dryer, which is pretty rare here in Dallas, but they put this here just for display. And next to it is the pantry, which is a pretty good size. Then next to the pantry, there is a linen closet just for some extra storage. And this one actually has a separate dining room, which is nice. I feel like a lot of the new apartments don't have that. The living room was a good size. As you can see, you can fit a lot in there. And then right off of the living room is the bedroom, which is a good size, but it has no type of natural light, so it's super dark in there. To the right is the closet, and it was pretty small, but it works. The only weird thing is that you can only turn it on with this string light, which kind of makes me uncomfortable. And then you go into the bathroom, which has basically everything that you need. They put nice wood floor in there, but again, there's no granite countertops. It's just a sink, a bathtub, and a toilet, basically everything that you need. Oh my god. Okay. This is what I mean by people think that you can come to Dallas and literally live in a mansion for $500, and I'm like, where? Like, show me, please. This place is for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. It doesn't come with its own washer and dryer, this is the only place that I'll show out of all of them that doesn't come with its own washer and dryer. It's like a super cheap apartment. But what really shook me, the lady literally was rolling her eyes while she was talking on the phone with someone. I don't know, but she was literally rolling her eyes in front of me while she was on the phone. Like, girl, where is your professionalism? But I asked her, I was like, oh, do you live here? Because normally people that work in like the leasing office, they also live at the apartment, so I always ask them that. I was like, so do you live here? And she was like, yeah girl, I live here. And I was like, oh really? Like, how is it like? And she looked at me, she was like, I'm not allowed to say. What are you not allowed to say? Like, is it dangerous? She was like, no, like, sorry, I can't say anything girl, like, it's a liability. I was like, what's a liability? She was like, I mean, if you want to know what like the area's like, you can come here at night. What? And then she was like, or you can check like the Dallas police to see if like this area is high risk or not. See, but now I'm like there's this man coming towards me. I'm like, should I move? Like, oh my god, I'm scared. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend moving here. You know, you get what you pay for, I guess. Okay, moving on to property number 2. This is what you see when you first drive up. Today was a pretty gloomy day, but you can tell how pretty it is. Okay, so when you first walk in, the kitchen is on your right, and the kitchen has these 2 storage cubbies as the pantry, which are honestly pretty small, but they work. The microwave and the stove are stacked on top of each other, and the kitchen is pretty small, as you can see, but because of the kitchen island, it just feels a lot bigger than it is. I do appreciate the stainless steel appliances, and this unit is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath for $945. This one is the renovated one. The bedroom is a pretty normal size, but the closet is pretty small because they put the washer and dryer inside of the closet, which takes away a lot of the space in there, given that this is the only space in the apartment. I really did like the bathroom though, because it felt really big and modern. You can tell that they just newly renovated it. It has a lot of storage in it, and it has actual quartz countertops, which just makes it feel a lot newer and higher quality than the apartment that I was at before. She didn't show me a gym or any amenities, so I don't know if they have that, but they did have this nice little barbecue place with lights, which was super cute. So a lot of apartments here in Dallas will show online that they're like $699, but then you come in person and they're like, oh, actually the one that's $699 is the one that doesn't have a washer and dryer, the one that's not renovated, and like on the 3rd floor. So I came to these apartments and she asked me if I wanted a renovated one or a not renovated one. I said, show me your cheapest renovated one, and so she did. This is the 1-bedroom renovated one and it's $949 a month. This is definitely the budget apartment of the list. When you look it up on like apartments.com, these apartments come up as having apartments for $700, $800, and they do have a studio for $835, she said. They couldn't show me that because of like Corona. Overall, the apartment's cute. I wanted to only show apartments that I would actually live in myself, like places that I would feel comfortable living at and not be scared, and this is definitely one of them. So just take that into consideration. And now we're gonna move on to the middle, which will be between the price range of like 1,100 to 1,400 ish. So this is the first place that they took me, and it is their conference room. I honestly didn't like it at all. I felt like it was really dark and the colors just made me kind of like sad. The view is also not that great, and it's just like I'm paying so much money for what? Now this room, they really stepped it up a notch, and I love the aesthetic in here. It looks so nice. And the floor to ceiling windows really work here because you get a view of downtown, like a picture perfect view. So this is a great place to just go and chill. But then I went down to the pool, and the pool honestly looks really, really nice. I just feel like this is what all the pools look like at these apartments. And then the gym was pretty disappointing because I feel like this is what my gym looks like, and I pay a lot less for rent. So when you first walk in, you have a pretty nice size kitchen. The island is really big. You can fit 3 chairs here. And this is what is the pantry. And you have really nice fridge. And then the kitchen is just nice. Like there's no complaints about it. Everything looks brand new. There's a lot of storage, which I love. Honestly, there's so much storage like under here. There is no space for a dining room table. I'm not the biggest fan of apartments that are literally just like the kitchen and then living room and then bedroom. I feel like, where am I supposed to put a dining table? Where am I supposed to put a desk? Like there's no space for that. So it's definitely small. Like in this area, you could only put a couch and nothing else. Some apartments have at least like a little bit of space right here. This is the living room, kitchen area, and then to the left is the bedroom. You walk in, it has a really big window. It's a pretty nice size. I feel like this bed looks like looks bigger than mine. So I think this is a king size bed. From your room, you walk in here and you have your bathroom. You walk in. Man, this is a lot. I'm literally 5'2", and this hits me like right here. So that's kind of odd. I like that it has the bench. A lot of places don't have a bench, and then you have your toilet, obviously. And then this is the closet. And then that's it. That's literally the entire apartment. And like I said, this apartment is I think she said $1,450, but it's literally just kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom. That's it. And then I assume that you have your washer and dryer in here. So essentially, I mean, this apartment has everything that you need, but I think it's pretty small for what you're paying, and you're literally paying for location. So if you want to be close to downtown and you like being in uptown, you want to be close to the clubs, to the restaurants, like everything around here, and you want to live in a modern, like newly constructed apartment, this is what you're gonna have to pay. But yeah, this is apartment number 2. This is a middle of the range apartment, and then after this I'm gonna go to another one just like this. So now I'm at the second apartment that is in like the middle range. These apartments are honestly so cute. I already went in there to like talk to the guy, and now I'm waiting for like the next 10 minutes because he was like showing somebody else. These apartments are located in West Dallas, which is honestly a pretty new neighborhood. I feel like 5 years ago this didn't exist at all, and there's a lot of construction everywhere in West Dallas just because it is a new neighborhood. These apartments, they have a studio slash one bedroom where there's a wall but there's no like door to go into the bedroom for 1,100, and they have a one bedroom one bath that actually has like a separate bedroom for 1,200, 300-ish. So this one is a little bit cheaper than the one that I was just at, and I'm actually really excited because everything here just looks like it's more quality. Like they have this is what it looks like on the outside, and that up there is a sky deck where I'm assuming you can see downtown, because downtown is just right through there. Okay, so this is the studio, and immediately I fell in love. The bathroom was so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. All the hardware is black, everything's brand new. The bathtub is a rectangle. I didn't really like how that was in the bathroom, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. But other than that, I totally fell in love with the bathroom. And then the closet is huge. It even has automatic lights. You just have to walk in and it turns on by itself. Built-in cubbies, like I loved it. And it was hardwood floors, which isn't really a thing. I literally fell in love with this apartment as soon as I walked in, and because this was the studio, it's cheaper, which I even like this one more than the one bedroom one. It's so long. I feel like I could definitely fit everything that I have in there and even a desk and still have a space. Then you walk into the living area, which is a normal size. I feel like this is technically a one bedroom, but they just call it a studio, but it has that hollowed out space for you to put either like your TV or whatever you want. Then you walk into the kitchen, and on the left side is a built-in desk, which I loved, especially if I'm going to be working from home. And then on the right side is the kitchen, where you have all of your appliances and all the hardware is black, everything's brand new. And I loved this deep greenish, bluish color that they used. And then you go back into the living room and you go out onto the patio, which again, the black hardware just makes such a difference. And the balcony was a pretty good size. The railing is black. It just all looks so modern, cohesive, and just nice. Now the view is not that great. And then he took me up to their amenities. This is just the lounge area, kind of chill area. He said that you can either rent this place out or just come up here whenever you want. You have the views of downtown right through there. And then it's just a place really for you to come and either work or relax or whatever you want. And they did have a lot of places like this in smaller version throughout the property, but I didn't get any footage of that, but it's basically all the same. And then you go out through these doors, and this place was literally amazing. You literally get a rooftop deck at your apartments with views of downtown, literally like perfect views of downtown. And this would be such a cool place during the summer or spring when the weather is nice. The construction going on down there is going to be retail, so that's even better. I really like this place up here. I didn't get to see the pool, but I can insert pictures of it right here. That apartment was so cute. Out of every apartment that I've seen so far, it was honestly my favorite. The one bedroom studio type of situation, like it has a wall and it's 1,250, and I feel like that's actually something that I would be willing to pay. I don't think it's ridiculous. I mean, it has a lot of amenities, and on every single floor of the building they have free like water bottle filling stations, which is like it's like small things like that I'm like, okay, like I'm willing to pay a little bit more for this. But it was actually pretty spacious. So far this is the one that I would pick, and it's a good representation of what you can get in Dallas for a pretty good amount. I feel like 1,200 for a one bedroom one bath that's completely new construction. Everything is pretty good if you ask me. But now we're on our way to this super bougie apartment complex that is way above my budget, but I still wanted to show you guys kind of like low end, middle, and high end. If you're paying more than $2,000 for a one bedroom in Dallas, like, wow. Honestly, it was kind of hard to find apartments in Dallas that you can like go and just readily tour that were really expensive. I feel like paying more than $2,000 for a one bedroom, one bath in Dallas is like super expensive, but this apartment complex is really nice. It's basically a high-rise building literally in the middle of downtown, and a one bedroom, one bath is minimum $2,169. That's for 700 square feet. They have one bedrooms that literally cost $7,000. Jesus Christ. I'm excited. I can't afford it, and I'm just gonna pretend I can for like the next hour. Okay, so this is what you see when you first drive up. It's literally right off of the highway. So this is what they first showed me, which was on the 14th floor. You're literally in the middle of the sky, and this is their common area. You can get conference rooms, like coffee, whatever you want in here just to chill or work. But it just looks so nice, and it literally looks like a nice hotel. And then I was blown away by the outside area because it just looks so resort-like, and just, you know that this is just expensive. You're definitely paying for the amenities here, but I think it's pretty worth it. The gym had floor-to-ceiling windows, and you're overlooking the pool, which, by the way, the pool is heated year-round, and it is saltwater, which I've never seen before. I mean, talk about bougie. So the closet in the one bedroom, one bath was pretty big. I didn't really like the way that it was set up, but I do love this tile floor, and the shower was amazing. It just looks so expensive and rich, and honestly, the bathroom was a little small for me to pay $2,000 a month. I was expecting a little bit more, but the room is a pretty good size, and the really, really big windows just make it seem a lot bigger than it really is. The apartment itself was honestly a little small. It does have a gas stove, and the kitchen island is pretty big. The living area is pretty common size, but it does have these huge floor-to-ceiling windows, and the view from the balcony is amazing. You're right on the highway and right in the middle of downtown. So, I mean, I think it's worth it. They do have stackable washers and dryers, which was kind of disappointing for an apartment this expensive. This is the bigger version, which I liked way more just because there's so much more island space, and the layout just seems more like a home, and the balcony is also bigger on this one. It's like a $200 difference, but I think it's totally worth it. I mean, the view. That apartment is so nice. I literally, like, I've been wanting to move out of Dallas for literally like the past year, and that apartment would make, like, if someone gave me that apartment, I would stay in Dallas just to live there. The apartment is so nice. They literally have a hotel on the first floor where if you have friends or family that want to spend the night, they can rent it for $100 per night, and it's like a nice little hotel inside of your apartment building, and it just looks, I mean, look at it. It was like $2,100 something for the smaller one bedroom, and then $2,300 for the bigger one bedroom with like the L-shaped island. But they're having a special right now where you get like 8 weeks free, and so the one that's $2,300 ends up being $2,100 per month if you do like a 12-month lease, which is like, oh my, I know my budget is like a lot closer to 1,000 than to 2,000, but oh my god, I love it. The floor-to-ceiling windows and just being like right on downtown. When I opened that sliding door to the balcony, it was like a breath of like concrete jungle fresh air. It just feels so like city-like, and I've always lived in like northern Dallas, like suburb area, and it was just nice. I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to leave Dallas. Like, maybe I just want to move to downtown in a $2,000 one-bedroom apartment. A girl can dream, right? But I loved it. I loved it. I am back home now, and honestly, out of all the apartments that we looked at, the ones in West Dallas were honestly my favorite. I feel like the layout, the colors, just everything about it felt so like young, but like in the best way possible. Like young, grown, but like I have money. You know, those are the vibes that like I am striving for. If I had to pick one of them, it would be that one, because I can't move into the high rise because it's so so expensive. Some of the apartments, like I said, are not the best. So like I definitely want to move somewhere that I feel comfortable like walking around at night. Like my apartments right now, I know I can like walk outside at 2 a.m. and nothing's gonna happen. But yeah, I just wanted to show that you cannot move to Dallas and just expect to live in a mansion. Like maybe compared to California and New York, but as a Texas native, these are just normal prices for me. Like you can't, it's not $500 a month. For $500 a month, you're gonna live with roaches, is what I'm trying to say. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Oh, I'm also going to Arizona, so I'll be making this video in Arizona, so stay tuned for that. Leave a comment if you live in Dallas of where I should look, because honestly, I love Dallas. I just want to get out of like suburban Dallas and be more like in the city Dallas. And yeah, so subscribe and I'll see you next time.